Hello beautiful people, and welcome to the Tribe Sober Sprint Day 2 exercise. I'm going to give you a minute before I start in earnest, so if you've not got a piece of paper, a reasonable sized piece of paper and a pen, please go and get one now, because you're going to have to do a little bit of work. This isn't a sit and listen and be bored exercise. This is a get off your bum and do it now exercise. So please go and get yourself a piece of paper and a pen if you've not got one, and then we'll get cracking. It's great that you're all here on day 2 of the Tribe Sober sprint, because turning up's an amazing thing. You know, a lot of people want to do things and plan to do things and then they never turn up. So the fact that you're here, the fact you've turned up, is fantastic. Hello Merlene. I'm just going to have a little look and see if we've got some people on. Hi Janet, Sally, lovely to see you. Lynette, Lynette, my best coach in the world. I love her to bits. If you need great coaching, talk to Lynette. She's another of our Tribe Sober super people. And same with Merlene. Merlene's a superstar as well. So have you all got a piece of paper and a pen? Hi Sue, hi Laura, hi Samantha, hi Judy. Gosh, everybody's coming in. So please go and get a piece of paper and a pen. I was just saying to the new people, turning up for these things is great. You know, it's a big deal. Being sober curious is a big deal. So you're taking the best step of your life. This is going to be amazing for you. So, oh, Monica, woohoo, and Ant's, what's your 18 months sober, yay! So have we all got paper and a pen? If you don't have time to do this now, it's really worth doing this exercise, guys. So please, you know, watch the replay. You can get it if you join Tribe Sober, and doing it regularly, even if you don't want to do it about sober curiosity, you can do it for anything really, because finding out why you want to do something and having a good reason really keeps you motivated and keeps you trying. So, hi Sue, Sue Van Estrick, sorry, I don't do very good pronunciations. There we go. Right, so papers and pens at the ready. Okay. Let me see, where am I going to start? I stopped drinking nearly 4 years ago. And before that, I tried to stop drinking lots of times. I knew it wasn't really good for me. I knew I was drinking a bit too much. I kept thinking, I'll cut down, I'll moderate. And when I finally decided to stop, you know, quite often I didn't. And I was thinking, well, what was different for me nearly 4 years ago? Why did I stop drinking then when I'd tried for quite a lot of years to give up? Why did I succeed that time? What was different? So in the past, I've spent an age trying to moderate and failing, trying to quit completely and failing, setting drinking rules and failing, making bargains with myself and failing, making promises to others and failing. I think you might be getting the theme here, and failing. Every time I tried to moderate or quit, it was because I should drink less. I should be able to moderate. I should look after my health. I should be a better wife or friend or daughter. The doctor or my husband or a friend or my parents said, you should drink less, Lucy. Blah, blah, blah. In reality, I knew I should, but deep down, I didn't really want to. I think this time, when I quit, I wanted to quit. Not necessarily the day I started, but as the days became weeks and became months, and my sobriety sprint stretched a little longer into a bigger stretch, the penny finally dropped for me. I don't want to drink anymore. The critical word here, people, is want. Not because me or anyone else said I should. I should doesn't cut it. So get rid of the should word. You've got to want to do things. So how do we change the I should quit drinking to I want to quit drinking? And that's why we're going to do a finding our why exercise today. So has everybody got a pen and a piece of paper? I just check the check the comments. Yeah, we've got pens and papers. Hopefully we've got a few people doing the exercise. So I want you to write 1 to 10 on your piece of paper, giving yourself a bit of space to put a little sentence in after each one, so every 2 or 3 lines. So please write 1 to 10 down on your piece of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have we got 1 to 10? I think we'll have 1 to 10 down. Okay. Now I'm going to get you to write some stuff, and I want you to write it quickly. I don't want you to sit and think about it. So whatever comes into your head, however silly, however sensible, however frivolous, just write it down. It's not a logical thinking exercise. It's a just get it down on paper, whatever comes into your head. So the question I want you to answer is, why do I want to stop drinking? Why do I want to stop drinking? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes, few minutes to write those 10 things down. Write them down quickly and don't overthink it. Off you go, peeps. And when you've done, stick something in the comments just to let me know, so I don't go scooting off too soon. I should have got some background music or something interesting to look at, should I? I've got to sit and look at my ugly mug for 5 minutes. No looking at me. Do your writing. Wow, Laura, that was quick. Well done. Hi, Elizabeth. You're writing down on a piece of paper 10 reasons you want to stop drinking. I want to stop drinking because. Write 10 down quickly. Hey, Penelope's already done it. Well done, you. That's great. Lots of people are finishing. You don't have to put them in the comments. You're welcome to if you want to, but you don't have to. Hi, Laura. People are just writing down 10 reasons why they want to stop drinking. It might be worth popping back and watching the first bit of the recording. If anybody's new in, just write half a dozen things if you can think why you want to stop drinking. Well done, Elizabeth and Sally. Hearts, Janet. I can't see hearts on my on my computer. Oh, it's lovely though. Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that we've got 10. If you've only got 6 or 7, it doesn't really matter, and you can go and do this exercise again when you're feeling a bit quieter, and you can sit and if you want to think a little bit more. But really, if you do it, just get them down quickly. It's a good thing. So what we're going to do now, beautiful people, is we're going to go through our list, and I want you to put a tick by the 5 most important ones. So read through all those you've put down and pick the 5 most important ones and put a tick by them. So I'll just give you a moment to do that. And again, you don't have to think too hard. Which ones sing to your heart? Which ones make you smile? Which ones can you feel the joy of doing? So have we all got 5 ticks on our piece of paper out of our list? If you've only got 3 or 4, it doesn't matter. But again, if you've got 5 ticks, that's great. So the next thing I want you to do is look at those 5 and just read them all through. And I want you to think of the 5 and say, which is the least important to me? Which is the least important, not the most important, the least important. And I want you to write 5 by it, number 5, because this is your least important of your 5. So have a look through and put a 5 by the least important one. Have we all got a 5 on our piece of paper? Right, and we're going to keep doing this now. So I want you to look at the 4 that are left, read through them all again and pick the next least important one, and you put a 4 by the side of that. I think you get what we're going to do. We're going to keep going through it and I'll tell you why in a minute. So pick the least important of the 4 you've got left and put a 4 by it. Only you can choose, Judy. And now you've got 3 left on your page, and you're going to read them all through again, and you're going to pick the least important one and put a 3 by it. And then you're going to do it for 2, and then you're going to do it for 1. Hi Sarah, I'm sorry we've started the exercise, so you'll have to watch it on catch up. But if you've got a bit of paper, just scribble down why you want to stop drinking, just bullet points. Haha, yeah, they're all probably very important, but it doesn't really matter. The detail here isn't to find one, it's to just keep reading them through and saying which one's more important. And go with your heart, go with what you feel. So we should have a 3 by 1. Now we're going to do it for the last 2, and then we're going to do it for the last one. So, you know, when you've got a list of 1 to 5, shout out in the comments. And it doesn't matter if 1 and 2 are in the wrong order. You'll see why in a minute. Hey, Sue, well done, Sue. That's 1 to 5 done. Okay, guys, have you got them done? Right, the reason I've done it the way I've done it is because what we're getting you to do is to keep reading through your top 5 whys. Well done, everybody. Well done, Laura. Well done, Sally. And by reading through them, they're going into your brain. If we did them from 1 to 5, you'd go through it once and you'd read them all once, and that's not great. So what we've got you to do is read all of your reasons, and particularly the most important ones, multiple times, and that's really, really good for getting them into your conscious and your subconscious mind. So I've got a bit of homework for you guys. I want you to write them out on a piece of paper, and I want you to put that piece of paper where you'll see it when the wine witch strikes at the witching hour. So, you know, is it when you get home from work? Is it on the fridge door because your cold wine's in the fridge? Is it where you get your glasses from? Write them out, and if you can make it artistic and beautiful, great. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. But write them out. The act of writing, physically writing things, not typing, the act of physically writing things is really, really good for us. It's good for our brains. It's good for our subconscious mind. So write them out and put them where you'll see them, where you're most likely to get a craving this week. So if you think, oh, you know, when you come in and you take your coat off and you chuck your keys down and you go to the cupboard to get your wine glass out for your first glass of wine, stick it on the cupboard door, because it'll make you go, ooh, I'm not drinking this week. That's why I'm not drinking. So please try and do that at home. You've done a scribbly piece of paper, write it out, make it look nice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create some positive affirmations from these to try and help us reprogram our subconscious. So what I want you to do now is to look at your number one reason for stopping drinking. So mine was I want to be healthy. Sorry, yeah. My reason was I want to be healthy. I want to get healthy. I wasn't very well when I started doing these. So my positive affirmation is I am healthy. So you're saying what you want to be, not what you feel you are at the moment. If you have one that said, I want to see my daughter get married, your positive affirmation would be, I will see my daughter get married. So what I'd like you to do now is to write your top 5 out as a positive affirmation, not as a want to be. So rather than I want to be healthy, you're going to write I am healthy in the present tense in this moment. So please write those down now. We'll have a few minutes doing that. If anybody needs help with one already, just stick it in the comments and we'll see what we can do. I love you too, Susie. Yay! Where are we putting it? Oh. Ellie said that all her surround family goals and not herself, and that's fine, because doing things for other people is sometimes easier. We don't value ourselves when we drink, and so having other people as our reason is a great reason. What we do when we stop drinking is we start to learn to love ourselves more and value ourselves more, but that takes time and it takes practice, and we'll have had years of knocking ourselves and being super critical. So don't stress if your reasons are other people. Having other people or other things as your reasons is a great reason. You know, that shows you're a lovely person, you're altruistic, you do things for others, you care about others, and that's beautiful. But what we're going to do over the longer term is get us to the point where we start loving ourselves as much as we love others. But that's going to be a work in progress, guys. So don't stress about that. Having other people as your reason is a good reason. Right, here we go. Okay, has everybody got those written down? Okay, part 2 of your homework, people, is to write these out by hand. Again, please keep writing things by hand. Write them out by hand, and if you can do that once or twice a day, that's really good. If you can put them in your purse when you go to get your money out to go and buy your booze, if you can put them in your car glove locker, where you are likely to get tripped up, when you're likely to get a craving and have a stuff it moment, I'm just going to cave this week. Put those affirmations where you know you're going to stumble, or you might stumble, and just sit and read them for a minute, because it'll really help to firm up your resolve. You know why you're doing this now. You're doing it for whatever's particularly special for you. And what I'd love you to do, if you can, is to write them out in the morning when you get up, if you have time, or write them out in the evening before you go to bed, and it'll make a difference. You're starting to slowly reprogram your brain from I need a drink, I deserve a drink, oh, a drink will make my life better, when in reality a drink's not going to make your life better. Sobriety delivers everything alcohol promised. I love that saying. It's really true. You know, when you get sober, you get your life back. You stop wasting a lot of time, money and energy on something that really is slowly killing you off. So please write those out. And you know, if you've not done this exercise, today while we've been doing it live. If you came a bit late, please do it. Watch the replay because it will make a huge difference to you. What else do I need to say? I'm just going to have a little quick look at the comments, see what else we've got. So Sue's saying her affirmations are now a mix of doing it for herself and for others after 156 days. 156 days is wonderful, Sue. You must be feeling so much better. Monica says she remembers doing this exercise clearly. Hungover, hopeless and anxious. There is hope. Lucy always said, look at your why. When I was feeling wobbly, over a year sober and still referring back to my whys. Monica has the most beautiful why in the world. She's got an absolutely gorgeous son and she's just moved to the UK to start a new life with him, and that is just amazing. There's no way Mom would have done that if she'd still been drinking, so that's great. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I just want to motivate you. I want you to realise that taking advantage of this week is something really, really good. I said it earlier on the trailer. You'll never hear somebody say, I wish I hadn't stopped drinking. You know, giving it a try and giving it a stint is great. And it's hard work. It can be hard work to stop because we all drink to cover something up, to numb something out, to make something better. But in reality, it stops us dealing with those things. So please, please, please do this exercise. You're on day 2 of 5 days, so you're nearly halfway there after you've got through this evening. It's not a long push, and when you get to the 5th day, you can see if you feel a bit better and see whether you've been struggling drinking or not drinking. Because if you have been struggling, then maybe doing a bit longer is good for you, and certainly your liver's going to thank you, and you will get your life back. You know, I got my life back, and I don't regret it for one moment. So. Goodness gracious, I think that's me doing, somebody's joined, Linda's got a, is it Linda, sorry, or, no, Judy's got a jam jar full of affirmations. That's brilliant. Lynette's saying she's got a coffee habit that's creeping back in again. Motivating you, hey, this is great for me. It's been, one of Lynette's things is get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I've never done a Facebook Live before, so I've been well out of my comfort zone today, particularly because my computer didn't particularly want to play ball and had to download a load of stuff. So thank you so much for joining me. I've had a great time reading the messages, and you know, please write your affirmations, and I don't know what Janet's got planned for you tomorrow, but I'm sure it's something exciting. So have a lovely evening. It's getting to Witcher hour, guys, for you, particularly for you South Africans. So have your plan, get your nice drink, put it in a really nice glass, because the ritual's as good as anything else. You don't need the alcohol. So have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.